Namaste. Today I'll cover some topics of pranayama. Pranayama is a vast topic and it has lots of aspects, lots of tools and factors of pranayama. Today in this session, you'll be learning about all these aspects of pranayama. So let's start with prana. What is prana? Prana is a Sanskrit word which is made of two words, pra plus an. In Sanskrit, we don't call it prana, but we call it prana. Prana. So all the forms of prana actually are pronunciated like pran, apan, vyan, udan, saman. But in English, we speak like prana, apana, vyana, udana, and samana. But when we speak any word in wrong ways, then it loses its energy. So let's understand prana, then apan, vyan, udan, saman. When you will understand prana, then you will understand the other forms of prana also, like apan, vyan. So in every form of prana, there is prefix and suffix. Like pran. Pran has prefix pra plus an is the real element of the word. Pra means pro or dynamic and an means energy. So any energy which is dynamic, which is active, is called prana. And because of that dynamic energy only, one takes birth or one nourishes the body or the energy or the beings, and through that energy only you undergo the growth, different ages, and then at the end, when there is lackness of prana, lackness of energy, then this body dies. So if there is adequate that essence called prana, then the body is more dynamic, more energetic. So the energy which is dynamic, which is creating, which is nourishing, is called prana. And in our yogic textbooks and some Upanishads and also some Vedas, there are 4 Vedas, and every Veda has several Upanishads. And there are 108 Upanishads. Out of them, there are major 10 Upanishads. And out of 10, there are major 2 Upanishads, Chandogya and Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Chandogya Upanishad has come from Rig Veda and Brihadaranyaka Upanishad has come from Yajurveda. But among these two also, Brihadaranyaka is the biggest, largest, and highest Upanishad. And when you will study Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, then there is mentioning about the prana. And Upanishad says that everything is prana. Prano hyesh sarva bhuter vibhati. This is the mantra. Means prano hyesh means prana itself is sarva bhuter vibhati, present in all the manifestations. Bhut means the forms or the manifested things. Like you, me, and every visible thing is a kind of bhut. Bhut means that which has come in the existence is called bhut. So every bhut, every manifestation in the existence is a form of prana. That means everything has come from prana. Everything lives with the energy of prana, and everything dissolves into the prana. Or everything dissolves because of the death of prana or because of the complete, exhaustion of the prana. So here, prana means energy. Prana in Chinese is called chi. In Japanese, this is called ki. So when you use the Reiki energy, so Reiki is also the same prana. And You have heard about the Kundalini also. Kundalini is also a form of prana. So I was talking about the prana. Today's first topic is what is prana and then what is pranayama. When you'll understand prana, then you will easily understand the pranayama also. And then you will understand how to practice different types of pranayama. So prana is energy, life force, and prana is creating energy, creative energy. Prana is nourishing energy, and prana itself is also destructive energy. And normally, the positive form of prana is called creative and nourishing, and negative form of prana is called destructive, or what you call fatal form of prana. So, in that way, there are two types of prana. One creates and nourishes, another is one destroys, one completely, you know, is responsible for this destruction or the annihilation. So all the positive forms of energy is called prana actually, right? So like patience comes from the prana, a specific form of prana that is called vyana. So later we'll talk different types of prana. So here we are talking prana. Prana means life force or the energy which makes you stronger, which gives you strength, patience, tolerance, endurance. So that is the positive form of prana. The more quantum of prana you have in your body, the more flexible your body will become, and the more healthier your body will become. And to cultivate the prana in your body is itself called as pranayama. Pranayama is made of two words, pran plus ayam. Some define pranayama like prana plus yama, but this is not right definition or right breaking of this word. Pranayama is made of two words, prana plus ayam. Pran means life force or energy, and ayam means to extend, to expand, to broaden, to enlarge, to deepen is called ayam. So in all types of pranayama, you try to expand, you try to lengthen, you try to extend the life force in your body. There are 5 forms of prana. The 5 elements of nature are forms of prana actually. Earth is also a form of prana. Water, air, fire, and space. These are 5 forms of prana. But Buddha, according to Buddha, there are only 4 forms of prana. Space is not considered as prana, but is the container, is the substratum of all forms of prana. Like air. Air cannot move without space. Like earth. Earth is hanging in this space. Water. Water has different container, like earth, or if there is any planet which has water, water is stored on earth element. Okay. So, and fire. These are different forms of prana. And when your body takes or you supply these 4 forms of prana, then your body has adequate prana energy. So air only is not prana. So normally people understand pranayama is some breathing exercise, and they do some breathing exercises and they think to be healthy just by breathing exercise. But that's not possible. If you are doing breathing exercises and if you don't eat healthy food, if you don't drink healthy drink, and if you don't take adequate rest or relaxation, which cultivates the earth element in the body, then you cannot experience the adequate prana. So, in addition with some breathing exercises, you have to be very mindful in other forms of prana also to supply to your body. So first is earth element, earth form of prana. And this earth form of prana is supplied through the solid foods you take inside. Solid foods like grains, vegetables, and all the solid. And the solid parts of your body are the forms of the solid prana, earth prana, like your muscles, bones, teeth, hairs, nail, and all these solid elements are formed by solid forms of prana. And there is another form of prana is liquid, like water or any liquid thing you take inside forms the liquid form of prana. In Ayurveda, you may have heard about vata, pitta, and kapha. And every body is constituted by the five elements of the nature, according to Ayurveda. And two elements of nature together make one bioenergy called doshas, like vata, pitta, and kapha. Vata has two elements, space and air. Pitta has two elements, fire primarily and secondary water. Kapha has two elements, primarily earth and secondary water element. So these three are also forms of prana actually. Vata is airy prana, Pitta is fiery prana, and Kapha is watery prana. But Vata, Pitta, and Kapha means air, fire, and water cannot stand alone. That this element needs a constitute or a supportive or an auxiliary element. So if you want your healthy body, then you must take care of your Vata, Pitta, and Kaphas. You must have balance, perfect balance between these three doshas, then you can have perfect prana in your body. So if one form of prana is aggravated, your body cannot experience proper health. So only breathing exercise will not be enough. So here we are talking about the pranayama or pranayam. So pranayam means to extend, to increase the prana in your body. It's called pranayam, right? So first thing is your healthy food and drinks. Second is your exercise to activate fire in your body. And third is relaxation to stabilize, to allow your body to assimilate and to absorb the energy. Okay. So these are the actually pranayama, right? And regarding breathing exercises, there are different types of pranayama. And every pranayama has unique nature. Every pranayama cultivates a specific type of energy in your body. Some pranayama will cultivate fire in your body, some water element means cooling, and some airy element. And in pranayama practice, normal pranayama practice, you practice breathing exercises, different types of breathing exercises. And when we talk about the pranayama, then there are 5 forms of prana. You should understand 5 vital airs. And here you'll understand the different types of prana you create by different practices of pranayama. Okay? Good. So, first form of prana is prana itself. What you call prana means in breath. When you breathe in, it's called prana. And when you breathe out, this is called apana. Apana is when you breathe out. And apana is responsible for all the eliminations from the body, excretion from the body. So you may have experienced when you need to release the urine from your body, then you contract your urethra, and then urine is passed. Or when you need to release the stool from your colon, you contract your lower abdomen, and then that is ejected. Or anything which is released from the body happens because of apana, right? Means out breath, exhalation. You contract your any part with exhalation only. You don't contract with inhalation, or you should not contract with inhalation. Like in normal breathing techniques, when you breathe in, then your belly goes out, means you expand your belly. Or when you breathe in, then you expand your lungs also. So with inhalation, you expand, and with exhalation, you contract. With exhalation, you contract your belly in Kapalbhati or Udar Pranayama or any other types of abdominal breathings. So exhalation happens with contraction. And with contraction happens the elimination or ejection or the releasing of the foreign matters or unwanted matters or waste, metabolic wastes of the body. So you understood prana and apana, right? When you breathe in, then you supply adequate oxygen in your body. When you breathe in, then you supply oxygen. When you breathe out, then you release the carbon dioxide. Okay? So first form of prana is in breath, second is out breath. And third form of prana vayu or prana urja is called vyana. Vyana is formed when you hold the breath. When you hold the breath, then you create a specific form of prana. It's called vyana. That is reservoir. That is reserve force. Like when you speak, then you use that vyana energy, which you cultivate with, holding the breath. Everybody holds the breath at least for a fraction of a second, but you must hold the breath. Naturally also, body breathes in, then it stays for some seconds, and then it goes out. This is called holding or retention. In yoga, we call it kumbhaka. So kumbhaka helps create, generate, form the prana, specific prana. It's called vyana. Prana, apana, vyana. Right? So the more you practice kumbhakas, the more vyana you have in your body. It means the more strength and stamina you have in the body. So the strength, stamina, endurance, tolerance, all these strength comes from the vyana only. It means comes from the holding, retention of the breath. There are some implications of retention also. We'll talk later. Means people who have high blood pressure or heart issues or hypertension, they should not hold the breath. Therefore, they have less vyana. Therefore, they have less endurance, less tolerance. But slowly, you can reverse this process. Slowly, you can, treat this process, these issues. So people who have, short temper, people who have less endurance, less tolerance, they should practice this specific prana, vyana, means they should practice the holding of breath, but not forcefully, not longer. They should start slowly in the supervision of an expert of pranayama, a prana yogi. So you understood vyana, right? Prana, apana, vyana. So when you breathe in slowly, then slow breathing is also a form of holding actually. When you breathe slow, then during that process also, you create a form of prana. It's called vyana. Okay. So slow breathings, long breathings, deep breathings help create vyana also. And when vyana is formed, then another form of prana naturally comes, is called udana. Udana means a form of prana which has tendency, which has nature to rise, to ascend, to take you to the higher realms. It's called Udana. And Udana is formed after Dhyana. You cannot create Udana just after Apana or Prana. Of course, by practicing slow Prana and Apana, this is called Prana Apana Kriya. And by Buddha, that is called Anapana, Anapan Sati. An means pran, apan means, exhalation. So Buddha calls it inhalation and exhalation on. Pran and apan, by observing prana and apana, by practicing this kriya, you activate specific prana that is called dhyana, and that leads you to the samadhi enlightenment. But what takes you into the deep samadhi or deep meditation? That is udana. Without udana, you cannot enter. So during the process of slowing down and lengthening the in-breath and out-breath, you cultivate dhyana, and dhyana is transformed into udana. And when it reaches into your head area, into your crown area, then you give birth to another form of prana that is called samana. And when samana is formed, then you are into samadhi. Samadhi is none other than being in samana. And when you enter in samadhi, means samana, you become one with the divine. You become one with the existence. You become one with the cosmic prana. Means cosmic energy. Cosmic energy, which is the source, which is the womb, which is the origin of all types of prana, you connect with that. And then you manifest that cosmic force, cosmic prana. Okay. So in this process, you have to observe, and you will witness that you have to just begin the journey, and then next prana automatically comes. So in this pranayama training, you normally practice these techniques, means slowing down. You try to slow down. You try to, lengthen, and also you try to hold. So these are 5 forms of prana energy, 5 forms of chi energy or life force. And through different types of prana, you cultivate the highest form of prana. It's called samana. Now, let us understand the 3 aspects of pranayama. Means through these 3 aspects, you create different forms of prana, different types of prana in your body. And what are the 3 aspects? First is called puraka. In Sanskrit or Hindi, we call purak, not puraka, purak. Purak means to fill. Pura, to fill. So you fill your lungs with the air, with the oxygen, with the cosmic force, cosmic prana. It's called puraka. And second aspect is rechaka. Rechaka means to release, to eject, to pass, to, let the foreign matters go out of the body, or to let the waste energy go out of the body. It's called, rechaka. Rechaka is releasing. So you have to fill up your being with positive energy, with oxygen, and you have to release, you have to empty your lungs with that energy which is not supposed to be inside. Otherwise, the body will become sick. So you have to inhale and you have to exhale also. And properly, not half inhalation or half exhalation, or full inhalation or half exhalation is not ideal. During the process, you definitely practice different techniques, different types, like different ratio of the prana, of the breath. So that ratio sometimes happens, 1:2, 1:3 also. That is different practice. But that practice is to reach the balance, means equal inhalation and equal exhalation, right? Not 100 inhalation and 50 exhalation, but 100 inhalation and 100 exhalation. Means if you breathe in 1 minute, then you breathe out 1 minute. That is highest stage of pranayama. But in the beginning, you try different forms, different ratios. So first aspect is inhalation. It's called purak. And second aspect is exhalation, called rechak. So purak and rechak. You have to practice these two different techniques of breathing, two different aspects of breathing. But there is another aspect which is little advanced and which is actually the real pranayama practice. Okay. Real pranayama is holding. So in some textbooks, especially of Hatha Yoga textbooks, especially Hatha Yoga Pradipika, that mentions that the kumbhaka itself is called pranayama. So it doesn't talk about pranayama, it talks about kumbhaka. So you should practice this kumbhaka, anulom vilom kumbhaka. You should practice ujjayi kumbhaka. You should practice bhramari kumbhaka. So it talks about kumbhaka, not pranayama. So pranayama actually is equal to, or is basically kumbhaka. In-breath is not pranayama. Out-breath is also not pranayama. Means ayam, means extension. In-breath, if you try to extend, can be called as ayam. And out-breath, if you extend, it also can be called as ayam. But the real ayam is when you hold the breath. When you hold the breath, then you practice real pranayama. Okay, so that is the third aspect of pranayama. Means kumbhaka, right? Holding, retention. And now there are three types of kumbhaka. There are three types of kumbhaka. First is called antar kumbhaka. Antar means internal retention. Kumbhaka means retention. When you hold the breath inside, after inhalation, is called antar kumbhaka, which is highly powerful to cleanse, to heal, to rejuvenate the organs of the body, or to heal your blood. So with in-breath, you heal the blood. And this is called antar kumbhaka. So with antar kumbhaka, you heal the blood. And when that rich in oxygen blood goes to the tissues or the cells, then they get the fresh energy. And as a result, your body feels fresh. So this is the, one of the benefits of pranayama. Means if you practice proper pranayama, then your body will look fresh, even after sleeping only few hours. And if you practice pranayama, then your body can manifest fresh energy. Your body can feel that vibrant energy, that vibrancy. Just because of that pranayama. What pranayama? Especially the kumbhaka part and antar kumbhaka. Okay. And there is another or second kumbhaka. It's called bahir kumbhaka. Means external rotation, external retention of the breath. When you retain the breath outside after exhalation is called bahir kumbhaka. And slowly you can extend the duration of the holding of the breath, whether inside or outside. You don't force your lungs or your body to hold the breath more than your capacity, but slowly you develop the capacity. Slowly, you'll find just after a week or 1 month, you'll find that your lungs have more capacity of holding the breath inside. And also, your body has more capacity to hold the breath outside. Means Antar Kumbhaka and Bahir Kumbhaka. Okay? So, Antar Kumbhaka is practiced after inhalation, and Bahir Kumbhaka is practiced after exhalation. Now, there is third type of Kumbhaka. It's called Keval Kumbhak. Keval means spontaneous. Means your breath automatically stops breathing, and that spontaneous retention or suspension or ceasing of the breathing is called Keval Kumbhaka. And that happens especially during deep meditation. When you enter into deep meditation by the help of Prana Apana Kriya or Anapana Sati, Anapana Kriya, you'll find that your breath becomes very subtle, very fine, and it looks like it is stopped. Your body is not breathing. Although your body breathes, but that process of breathing is so slow, it looks like it is stopped. And this type of breathing, this type of, form, state of breath slows the aging also. You can live longer if you train your body to breathe slower, longer, deeper. The span of your body also will become longer, and the metabolic system also will become slower. Slower means the aging process. That doesn't mean that your body will not eliminate the stool and urine or sweating and pus and all these stuff. That will happen, but everything will become very slower. So basically, yoga is slow down yourself. Yoga is slow down of your mind also. Your mind is so fast. Your mind is so fast, so quick in thinking, in responding, in reacting. That is reducing your lifespan. That is draining your energy. Impatience is just because of that. So impatient people don't live longer, Impatient people have pitta imbalanced, and pitta people don't live longer. Kapha people are slower, right? Therefore, you will find Kapha people live longer than Vata and Pitta. Pitta people live very short lives. Vata little longer, and Kapha more longer. So according to Ayurveda also, and according to yoga, people who breathe slow have more endurance, more strength, more stability, more patience. So you'll find all these qualities in Kapha people. Kapha people have all these good qualities. Okay, but again, when they are imbalanced, then that lead to another implications like slothness, laziness, procrastination. That is another implication. But you have to balance. Kapha also should not be more than required amount in your body. So pranayam has these three essential aspects. Purak means inhalation, Rechak means exhalation, and Kumbhak means retention or holding. Kumbhakas or Kumbhak have three types: internal Antar Kumbhak, external Bahir Kumbhak, and spontaneous or instantaneous is called Keval Kumbhak. Now, let us understand the different essentialities of pranayama, or we call it essential guidelines of pranayama. So, to practice these pranayamas, you will have to have some essentialities. And if you will not meet these essentialities, then your pranayama will not have good quality, or your pranayama will not give so much benefits or the ideal benefits. So let us understand what are the essential factors of proper pranayama, and then observing all these guidelines, all these rules, you will experience the benefits of pranayama. First thing is ideal time for pranayama. It is recommended to practice pranayama before sunrise or in the morning. That is the ideal time. The energy, the air remains more fresh. And at the time of sunrise, all the plants, all the trees also start radiating very fresh energy. So morning time, especially before sunrise, is the best, but at the time of sunrise also, or after the sunrise for some hours is the best. Let's say like if sun rises at 6:30 a.m. in the morning, then you can practice pranayama up to 8 o'clock also, but not later than 8. Otherwise, there will be, less prana in the atmosphere. So first thing is ideal time. Or you can practice pranayama in the evening also, at the sunset, and in the midnight also. So ideal time is sunrise or noon or sunset or midnight. These are the 4 transitions of the sun, and you can choose these times. But sunrise is the best. Second is ideal place. Ideal place means where to practice pranayama for better result is place where there is ventilation, proper ventilation, and there should not be, too much tidy air, or that should be well ventilated, tidy, and comfortable place. Okay. And there are other factors of ideal place is that should be noiseless, peaceful, so that you will not be so much disturbed. And also pranayama should be practiced amid the trees where there is adequate oxygen released from the trees. Alternatively, you can practice in garden or lawn also, but outside there should not be pollution. Pollution level or air quality, AQI, should not be, bad, but that should be good. Then only should practice pranayama outside. Otherwise, it is better to practice inside by using air purifier. So such place is better or suitable for the pranayama. Okay? And next factor of good pranayama is ideal diet. If you follow an Ayurvedic diet plan, which is healthy diet plan, then pranayama will become more effective. Okay. And you know what is ideal diet or Ayurvedic diet? Ayurvedic diet emphasizes on the vegetarian diet, vegetables, fresh food, not, stale food or double cooked food or non-veg food or too much spicy. According to Ayurveda, your diet should have balance of vata, pitta, and kapha energies. And according to Ayurveda, your diet should also meet the season. Season is ritu, according to season, according to the prakriti of your body also. Whether your body has more pitta or more vata or more kapha. So accordingly, you will choose the foods for your body. So diet, ideal diet, or I would say Ayurvedic diet, not only vegetarian diet, because even you are taking vegetarian diet, but if that is not Ayurvedic, then that will not help you. If there is an Ayurvedic or vegetarian food, but if that is not suitable for your prakriti, then that is not ideal. So ideal diet is Ayurvedic diet, and Ayurvedic diet is suitable to your Prakriti or dosha, and that will help your pranayama practice also. Next is cleanliness for pranayama, neat and clean. So this cleanliness in yoga is called shuchita, swachhata, shuchita, cleanliness, right? And from yogic perspective, cleanliness is releasing the metabolic waste like stool, urine. So every day you should go to toilet to release the stool, and you should not hold the stool inside your body. Otherwise, you will create ama in the body. Ama means a specific, a mass of toxins. Again, there was an interruption because of internet, bad internet connection today. So I was talking about the toxins, ama. And ama are actually basically toxins. And if you don't clean yourself, if you don't clean your body by toxins, then your body will become sick. Means prana will be affected negatively, and you will experience lethargicness, you will experience the less quantum of prana or decreased quantum of prana in your body. So cleanliness means giving the space to your body. Then only pranayama will help. So cleanliness is very important. Your internal cleansing and external cleansing also. You should take full bath before practice. But if it is not possible, then you can simply wash your hands and feet and face with water, and then you sit for the pranayama. Then that can help. Okay. So cleanliness, internal and external, and also the place where you are practicing matters. And if you are taking bath before pranayama, then that should be at least half an hour before the pranayama. Not immediately. You take bath and you start practicing pranayama, then that may cause some problems. Why? Because your body is cool and you have started warming your body by practicing different types of pranayama, then that will be not so effective. That will be harmful. Okay, that is called cleanliness. Next factor of pranayama is sequence. Pranayama should be practiced after certain practices. Means pranayama should also follow a specific sequence. Means you should practice some stretchings or asanas before practicing pranayama. That is why Sage Patanjali has kept pranayama after asana. Yama, niyama, asana, then pranayama. And after pranayama also, you should practice the subsequent things like pratyahar, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. Actually, if you practice proper pranayama, then you automatically will enter into samadhi, means samanashti. And you will witness that your prana is changing. Your prana, apana is changing in dhyana, dhyana in udana, udana in samana, and samana is samadhi. So this is the sequence. Okay. And now the material, sitting material, which you use for the sitting. Like some people sit on blanket or on, rexine or woolen or cotton asana or seat. That is good. If you use the natural fibers like wool or cotton, that is good to sit over. Or blanket, or some yogis use the skin of the deer or tiger also. They are okay. But it is not recommended to use the clothes to sit over or to wear also during the pranayama, which are made of synthetic fibers, because they repel the negative ions and they attract the positive ions. Please remember, if you use synthetic fibers to wear or to sit over, then that will repel the negative ion and will attract positive ion. And positive ions are not good to health because they act as a shield. They will create a blockage. They will create a shield around you. Then there will not be exchange of prana between your aura and the cosmic energy. So using the natural fibers like wool or cotton is advised. Next factor is ideal posture for pranayama. You should assume a proper posture. The best posture is Padmasana. Either full Padmasana or half Padmasana, means lotus posture, full or half. And second posture for pranayama or meditation is Siddhasana, or depth pose. And you can learn these asanas in this course. You may have learned or you will learn. So best is Padmasana, lotus. Second is Siddhasana, a depth pose. Third is Swastikasana. Swastikasana looks like a half lotus, but that is different. Swastikasana is very good posture for pranayama and dhyana also. And Vajrasana is also good posture. So the best is Padmasana and second best is Vajrasana. And third is Siddhasana. Fourth is Swastikasana. Fifth is Sukhasana. So these are the asanas you can adopt for the pranayama. And the essential part of posture for pranayama is keeping your spine straight and shoulders back, not like this. Keep your shoulders a little back and head in upright. Then that helps you in your pranayama practice. Ideal posture. Okay. Then is starting nostril. You should begin with the nostril, which is opened. The different types of pranayama, especially in case of Chandra pranayama, Surya pranayama, Chandra Bhedi, Surya Bhedi, Anulom Vilom, Nadishodhan pranayama. You have to choose a specific nostril. You have to choose that nostril which is opened. This is called choosing the right nostril or starting with the right nostril. Next is the nose. Your nose should be clean. If there is mucus, excessive mucus, or if there is cough or running nose, then pranayama should not be practiced, or that will be little difficult or not so effective. Therefore, in yoga or Ayurveda, there is practice. In yoga, it is called neti, and in Ayurveda, this is called nasyam. So by practicing neti or nasyam, and there are different types of neti, Jal neti, Vayu neti, Sutra neti, there are different types of neti. In nasyam also there are different elements which are used to clean the nasal passage. So this is called the nose. Means this is a factor. So we have to clean this blockages and that should be opened. Next is breathing awareness. When you practice pranayama, then you should have breathing awareness. Should be mindful of your breath throughout the process, right from the inhalation or during holding also or during exhalation. This is called breathing awareness. Third is bandhas for pranayama. There are major three types of bandha: Mool bandha, Uddiyana bandha, and Jalandhar bandha. So when you practice Mool bandha, then Mool bandha can be practiced with inhalation and during retention also, during kumbhaka also. Okay, and Uddiyana bandha should be practiced with exhalation or after exhalation, during and after exhalation. Uddiyana bandha. And there is third bandha, it's called Jalandhar bandha, This you can practice with inhalation and with exhalation also, during and after also. Okay, so they are the three bandhas you can apply in your pranayama to make it more effective. Next is during the fatigue, during the tiredness, one should not continue the pranayama practice. Okay, because you are not able to enjoy the pranayama practice if you are tired. So when you find yourself tired or fatigued, then don't practice pranayama, but practice yoga nidra or relaxation is better. During the illness also, if there is any uh, illness like fever or any types of infections or any other injuries, then this should be avoided. Okay. So during the illness, also pranayama should not be practiced. Wait for a better position and then practice pranayama. Then that will help you restore the energy also, restore your health also. And next is possible side effects. When you practice pranayama first time, or people who are beginners or who are trying pranayama first time, then they can experience some symptoms like itching on the skin, tingling, burning sensations, heat or cold, or too lightness or too heaviness. So all these symptoms are normal actually. So you should not feel worried about these symptoms, because the pulse may become rapid and slight dizziness or pain can appear also. So these symptoms do not indicate incorrect practice, but your body is trying to adjust with the new things which are happening in your body. Okay. So you have to be adaptable. You have to allow these things to happen. Don't suppress. Don't stop because of these changes which are occurring in your body because of a new habit or new practice. So if your body reacts in this way, you just wait or reduce the number, reduce the timing, and slowly you'll find that things are normal. Okay? There are some other effects like perspiring, trembling, and shaking may appear after advanced practice of 3 to 4 hours daily. You know, some people practice pranayama for 3 hours, 4 hours daily. Even I enjoy long time of pranayama. And initially, in the beginning, when you practice long time of pranayama, then you can feel these things also: perspiring, perspiration, or trembling, or shaking of the body. Okay. And if perspiration occurs, then you should not wipe it with a towel. But according to Yoga textbook, it is advised that you should rub it back into the body with the hands, as the body should not be exposed to chill or draughts during or after the practice. Next factor of pranayama is regularity. Regularity is an important factor of pranayama. So practice pranayama every day. Like you eat every day, you go to toilet to answer the calls of nature every day. Therefore, you practice pranayama also every day to heal your body, to release the toxins from the body through the breath. So, like every day you create a new ama, new toxins, so every day you have to release them also. You have to heal your body also every day. So regularity is very important factor, and developing a regular lifestyle and being consistent in the practice of pranayama have positive impact in your on your health. So practice regularly. So like you do puja every day, or you must do if you don't do. So you must spare a time to sit. And if you don't like chanting or you don't like meditation, that's okay. If you don't like even yoga also, that's okay. But must practice pranayama every day. Okay. And you'll find that slowly you will improve your energy. And it is better to practice at the same place, at the same time. Okay. And that will build up a positive and spiritual vibrations in that place also. Very practice. And the regularity creates inner strength and willpower. And by following these rules, these guidelines, you will be able to create effects of the pranayama and will be able to not create any bad impacts also. Safe side, safe practices by following these guidelines. So today we have talked about what is pranaya, what is pranayama, what are the 5 forms of prana, means panch vayus or 5 vital force, vital airs, then 3 aspects of pranayama, which are, you know, uh, purak, rechak, kumbhak, and essential aspects or essentialities of pranayama, also called rules of pranayama. And by applying these things, you will create more effects safely and you will enjoy the healthy life, long life, which is the goal of Ayurveda also, which is the goal of yoga also. So yoga is incomplete without pranayama. Meditation is also incomplete without pranayama. Similarly, pranayama is also incomplete without asana and meditation. So these 3 things must go hand by hand together. Well, hope you have learned today some new things, or if you had learned these things earlier, then that would be a revision of your knowledge. And you must remind yourself every day to apply these techniques in your pranayama practice, and you'll enjoy the healthy and happy and long life. After practicing these techniques, if you have any question or anything to ask, please feel free to let us know through text message, through email, and we'll be glad to answer your queries through videos or through text answers. Stay tuned. Namaste.